Okay guys, welcome to another 8-bit face-off kerfuffle. Today I'm looking at Saboteur. This was released by Durl Software, probably 1984 I'm guessing, something like that. This is a game that I always, when I hear the name Saboteur, I always think of the Spectrum game. You know, I don't really think of it as an Amstrad or C64 game. Excuse me. Now this is Amstrad one, funnily enough. It was actually released for all three computers. Now I'm not quite sure of the idea of the game. Obviously it's to infiltrate sort of enemy bases and escape, I'm guessing. Stealing something, I'm not too sure. Now this isn't a very good start. It might be an SAS specialist, but you can't. Oh, there we go. You couldn't seem to get out of the water. Now on Amstrad it's quite a small screen. I mean the screen you can see there, it's actually bigger than that. You know, the actual play area isn't the full, you know, you don't get to use the full Amstrad screen for the play area for whatever reason. I mean it's quite choppy, the music, the movements, not the kind of the smoothest. And even the way it redraws the screen. So you play the part of a guy with a balaclava and some tight lycra, and you run about this base. Oops, the Saboteur is dead. Mission failure. You try and avoid dogs and whatnot. So I'm playing this on the easiest level. This is actually the very first time I've ever played this game. Like I said, I never ever really thought of it as being on any other systems. I always, you know, you think of Night Lore, you think of Spectrum, you think of Iridium, you think of C64. I think of Saboteur, I think of Spectrum. So you start off in the water, you clamber up. It looks like I've just flung a shuriken of some sort. Well, I'm guessing I'm some sort of ninja. Oops, a daisy. Energy's getting drained, something stupid when a dog runs past you. Now it's not even attacking you, funnily enough, it's just walking past you, so why would that drain energy? I don't know. It's quite a dark game to see as well when you're underneath this underground layer. Oops, what was that? Nothing up, brick, nothing near. Ah, I noticed your energy seems to replenish itself. You can see it going up there. Right, brick, how do we get that? Fire button, space bar. Oh, there we go, fire button seems to pick things up. And you've got your little, I was going to say CCTV cameras, no, it's actually a sort of missile launcher type thing. Or a gun turret. Can I go through there? Is that a wall? I certainly can. Hey, I just lobbed a brick at him. Can I go down? Yep. Go on, how can I get that brick? I'm sure it's fire button. Come on. I'll just a wee high kick just to pass the time. Oh, oh, come on, get the brick. Come on, pick it up. Nope, it's not playing ball at all. Oh, there we go. And that seems to be. Oh, there's 2 bricks. I don't think. Can you pick up more than one thing at any one time? I'm guessing not. Right, I see there it says pay $100. So is that your wages for completing this mission? I'm guessing it must be. Now, I think this game absolutely needs. You need to map the game, because if not, you're just going to do what I'm doing and you're basically run around in circles. I've been there. Have I been up the ladder? No, I haven't. Oh, there's some kind of trapdoor thing. I'm back to it again. At least the guy stays dead, which is quite good. It kind of lets you, gives you an idea of sort of where you've been. So yeah, this is alright. I mean, it's slightly sluggish. It actually plays like I would imagine the Spectrum one would play like. Right, this noisy bugger. This is the C64 one. You can tell with the C64 font. Obviously couldn't be arsed to actually make their own in-game font. And again, it's got the really small wee screen like the Amstrad one. Now you've got some sound effects, at least if I'm running. I'm never quite sure about sound effects when you're running, because do you really need to hear your footsteps? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. This one plays a lot snappier. There's a. It looks like I can't go up that ladder again. This one's a lot quicker looking. Still got the kind of look of the Amstrad one. I would probably say it's got better graphics, but it looks. I think it probably looks a bit sharper. Kind of colours, you know, nice use of colour. It's not quite as dark looking. Got to say the background. I'm not overly keen on the background. The little sort of border. It looks like user-defined graphics. And I always think it looks slightly kind of lazy when programmers don't make their own font. They just use the sort of built-in font. Now, I mean, you know, it doesn't detract from gameplay. It's just all about presentation, and you know, and I always think it just looks a wee bit nicer if they've got their own sort of unique font. Right, am I not just going right back to where I started? I think I can have. Let's get up there. Oh, there we go. The backgrounds are all very squares and circles and things. You know, there's not any real detail as such. I mean, I think this is quite an early game, to be fair, but take that to the chops. Avoid the dog. Go up the ladder. Oh, a barrel. What is that I've got held? Don't know what it is. Looks like a pair of maracas. Saboteur dead? What happened there? I've got no idea. Let's go for one more shot. Let's go for extremely easy. Right, you'll notice in this one, actually, I didn't notice that the first time, you don't get the wee intro of the Saboteur arriving by boat. He just appears. I mean, this, it looks, I think the C64 could have done a lot better. You know, it looks like they've just taken, I'm going to say Spectrum, I've not actually seen the Spectrum one yet, but it looks quite similar to the Amstrad. It's kind of, you know, you wouldn't really think this was a C64 game. I think the sprite could have been a bit nicer coloured. I suppose I've got the kind of the high resi looking graphics, so, but I think graphically wise it probably could have been better. The backgrounds are really unimaginative. I mean, how long would it have taken them to put all these dots in? Anyway, that's the C64 one. Let's take a look at the probably the original one, which is that there Spectrum one. Let's go for extremely easy once again. And it's got the wee intro this time. Right away you can see it's pretty smooth. It's a lot kind of snappier, certainly than the Amstrad one. In fact, graphically, is that not almost identical? Looks like it could be, but it's nice and quick. You can see there's absolutely no kind of slowdown at all. The guy runs nice and fluidly across the screen. Got a grenade this time. I'm saying the original, I mean, I'm guessing it was the Spectrum that this came out in first, or did it come out for all three computers at the same time? I'm really not too sure. But like I said, I just remember this. When I think of Saboteur, I always think of the ZX Spectrum. I don't think of the Amstrad, or I certainly don't think of the C64. I'm trying to use that computer terminal. I don't know if that's something you can actually do. not a lot in the way of sound in this. The Spectrum one, you've got the wee tip tap kind of sound effects as he runs. That looks like some kind of sword, not to worry. A dead end. Smack. It's very, very dark again. But you've got a time limit as well, which, so if you've got that's your time limit to obviously get to the end of the level. Where the end of the level is, we shall never know, possibly. Back to where I came from. Yeah, as I said earlier, you know, I'm quite sure to get anywhere in this game you really need to map it, because a lot of the rooms look quite similar, so you're just kind of going round and round in circles all the time. Well, at least when you get to a screen with a guy that's not dead, you know that it's you've never been there before. What's that, number 8 at the top of the screen? Can you kill the dogs? Don't think you can. Oh, some water. Nah, another dead end. Let's see if we can get... Let's go down this one, see if we can get anywhere. Now, there was a sequel to this game, imaginatively called Saboteur 2. And I think it was pretty much more of the same, but I'm sure it kind of reviewed pretty well. Hey, there we go, you're into a caravan. Number 1. So is that the end of the level, maybe? Oh, that's arrived. Ah, okay, so it's not the end of the level. At least we're getting further in this version than we did in the other two. Avoid a little gun turret thing. Come on, get down. That's it. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, bollocks. Anyway, listen guys, that is it. That's Saboteur on the C64, Spectrum and Amstrad. I would say without a doubt the Spectrum's probably the nicest, original and the best. As usual, thank you very much for watching.